Hello, my crafty friends. Today we're going to make a gift bag made from two pieces of 12 by 12 designer series paper. In this case, we are going to use two sheets from the Delightfully Eclectic Mega Pack. This pack has 48 sheets of 12 by 12. Been using it a ton, and I thought this was adorable to make a bag with. This was just some retired paper that I had pulled out from my stash just to make a quick bag to show some friends how it's done, and they asked if I could maybe do a video. So here you go, you guys. This is 3 inches by, I believe it's 7.5, because we're doing the little lip here is 1.5 inches, so it's half of what the other dimensions are. But you can see inside too. It's all designer and cute. So we'll use some ribbon, some basic white paper, and I'll show you how we're going to embellish this one. So, 2 sheets of designer series paper coordinating on back and front, because what's going to happen is you're either going to have this be your bag and this be the lip, or like this. And I think I'm going to go with this. So if you have a directional pattern, you're going to want to be conscious of that, because this is how it's going to go. You're going to have it, sorry, like this. And then this is going to fold down. So you have to be conscious of what your little images are going to look like once it's down. So with that in mind, I'm sorry about that. I'm going to bring in the paper trimmer. And like I said, this is going to fold down. So I want this crease. This is the crease that's going to be 1.5 inches. Careful, make sure you're using the scoring and not the cutting blade. So I'm going to score that. Also be careful, you don't want to press too hard, because you can rip your paper. It can be not too delicate, but you don't want to rip it. All of the other sides are going to be 3 inches. Oh, actually, yes, 3 inches. So this way. I hadn't made a bag like this in quite a few years. I've kind of forgotten about it. And then a friend of ours was moving away. We're having a little going away party for her. I had a couple gifts and needed a bag. So decided to make one. So again here, this is going to flip down. I want this to be my 1.5 inches. And then 3 inches on the other sides. So I made her this cute little bag. I wish I'd taken a picture of it. It actually did come out quite lovely. I did not, but some of, well, one of my other friends at that going away asked if we could do it in class. It's not really a great class project, but we have a little mini gathering once a month, so I did it for them at that. So this is going to be the base of our bag. So I want these to fold in this way. Well, the only bummer part to this, choosing this pen, oh, I forgot to score one. Let's do one more score. There we go. This way. And then this folds back. And there's that lip I was talking about. So this is going to be cute. And just wait, we're gonna add some more stuff on it. Oh, I apologize, I hit the camera again. Hope you don't get car sick. Okay, so let's do the same thing with this one. This one gets folded back. And all the other ones are folded this way. The same thing, both sheets. But what I was seeing was that the only bummer to this particular pattern is when you look in the bag, all our strawberries are going to be upside down. But that's okay. Okay, so on one of these, I'm going to take my big scissors here. One of these we're just going to cut along here and make a flat like this. And by one of these, I meant one sheet on both sides. So this is what we're doing here. And you can even, or I should say, I would even maybe make a little bit of a slit or cut a little wedge so that when it folds in, you just got a little room there. Make sure everything fits nice. Okay, the other one, we actually don't need these at all. So in this case, we're going to cut both edges. It's a little difficult for me to see where my score lines are. And depending on your pattern, that could prove a little difficult. I think I got it. I think I got it. Okay. So that one and this one. And save these because this is what we're going to make the little tag out of. So I'll set that aside. Okay, so this being the main part of your bag, this is going to get glued down right in here. And then this is going to come and hug these sides. So we need some glue here. I think I will use our strong Stamp and Seal Plus for this. Not this going anywhere. That should do it. I'll line this up. It's right in here. Should tuck in nicely. There we go. So you can see how that's going to work. Now, we're going to fold it like this. Okay? So we can put, oh, we kind of want to make sure you got a front and a back because of where these, so we already have on this side, this is where we have a little flap. We should probably have to glue a little closer to the edge there, but we can also do that with some liquid glue. So I'm assuming this is going to be our back side. So I'm going to want this to go this way. I'm going to do this first so that all of our seams will wind up on the back. So with that in mind, some more adhesive here. I use the table as my guide. And there we go. Okay. So now with this, get that crease. Probably should use my bone folder. Do that. So now we're going to be tucking this into here. This is going to be real close, so we're going to make sure that we glue these down really well. We're going to use liquid glue for that. Everything else makes this nice, sweet box. Okay. So for that, I think I'm going to go with the liquid glue because that way we can just kind of slide it right in. You get some in there. I'll make sure I get along the edge. Just slide that in nice and tight. Seams even matched up nicely. this pressed from the inside. Side. Now we'll get ready to do this one. If I can get this nice and tight as well. I might have a little bit of peeking going on, but it seems to be okay. There. Good press there. And look at that. Nice bag. So take some liquid glue. And we're going to get these flaps to lay down nicely so they don't lift. And we got one at it. I will go ahead and add a little bit of glue to the bottom just to make sure this flap doesn't catch on anything. Hopefully that'll do it. On this corner, I'm probably being too picky, but you know, you want to make it look nice. Okay, I think it's pretty good. Oh wait, I forgot one of these. This is the one I forgot. So there's that. All right, so now our main bag is done. Now it's time to put more pretty stuff on it. You know what? I might just take some snips, see if I can trim. It's going to be difficult. You know what? We're going to cover that with ribbon anyway. Getting too picky again. Okay, so here's our bag. So next what we want to do, it's our front. We're going to take just a hole punch, and we're going to add a couple of spots for some handles. I think I'm just going to go right about here. So you figure this is, what, this is 6 inches. I should have known that. So I figure about, I don't know, 2 inches in on either side. Should be a good spot. I'll just do both the strawberry so I have that reference. Looks about even. And then we're going to do 2 on the other side as well. Okay, so with that, we're ready for, I think, our trim ribbon. So I've got, this is our, let's see, basic white ribbon, current ribbon. This is also from, this is Garden Green, and this is from a 2-pack combo pack. It was originally in the holiday catalog, but it's also in our annual catalogs. These are both available. I cut 15 inches of the white one, and those are going to be our handles. So what you do, and I just tied a knot on one side, and that's going to hold it inside there, keep it from popping through. This just feeds into here. Actually, I'm going to keep that knot pretty big because this hole is bigger. I don't want it to pop through. I think it should be fine. So this is going to go up through one side and down in through the other. And again, these I cut at 15 inches. It's a good idea to cut them both the same when you start. And I'll show you what the 15 inches looks like on this bag. If you want them longer, feel free to put a little more ribbon, shorter. You can adjust it that way as well. But I found it much easier to just make sure that they're the same size when you start, because then it takes the guesswork out of how much do I trim off and evening them up when it's done. So this one you don't really have to worry too much about as far as where it lands, because we'll just even the other one up. So this is the start. Then we're going to feed this one up through here. And down through the other side. and to make a knot. Depending on your ribbon, this is kind of thick ribbon. If you have a thinner one, you might want to do a double knot just to make sure that knot doesn't pop through the hole you made, or you can choose to do a smaller hole. It would just be a little harder to feed the ribbon through, possibly. So a couple things to keep in mind, but do whatever works for you. There we go. And looks like my handles are right about the same, so I think we're good. So next thing we're going to do, if I can find my tear tape, so we're going to add some of this ribbon as a border. Isn't that cute? I just think it's really sweet to break it up with the green. So we'll start on a seam. There's one right there. Actually, we'll start on, maybe we'll do it in the middle. We'll do it here to cover it up. I found the easiest way to do this is to take your tear tape and just go around the edge. Pretty easy to do. Go right along the edge there. One of the girls that I showed this to, oh gosh, she got so creative. Excuse me, I'm about to sneeze. Pardon me. That came up kind of quick. Okay, so another lady, she used a one of our decorative edges, a die, and had this like lacy edge going in. There's so many possibilities with this, but I just wanted to show you a kind of a quick and easy pattern. There it goes. So once you start peeling that, I'll just put a straight edge on this. You just put your ribbon on. Now I want to make sure that I cover all my tear tape, but I kind of like all these little strawberries, so I'm going, the extra on the ribbon, I'm letting dangle off the edge. So here's how you get it straight. Just pull it straight and lay it down. Easy peasy. Nice and straight. Isn't that cute? And there it is. There's the end. So I can trim this off. Look at that. Can't even tell. Okay. So I'm going to roll this back up. Now, let's see, this is the front. So what I did is I just took that same ribbon and I did a bow. So now I just need glue dot. Take this. Glue dot to the back, and then just a sweet little bow in the center there. All right, almost done. Well, done with the bag, really. Now, if you want to zhuzh it, which I usually do, I took a 3x6 piece of just basic white cardstock. Put this out of the way. Fold it in half. I scored this one. Fold it in half. Give it a good crease. And that's where we're going to use this to make the tag. Now you go full on. It's 3x3. That's what we cut off. I kind of want to give it a little edge. And you know what? It would have been nice to do a green one. Now that I'm thinking about it, you know what? I might do that. Sorry, just hit me. But I'll use some of that white to go on the inside. So that I believe is garden green. don't have a big enough scrap, so I'm just gonna take a piece. Give me a sec while I cut this real quick. 5/6. And then I'm gonna score it at 3. And yes, that's even cuter. So I think I still want a little edge for this. So I'm gonna cut this one down to, let's go 2 7/8 by 2 7/8. So that's gonna lay on there nice and tight. What do you think? About like that? Or maybe a little more. Well, let's go a little bit more. So we're gonna go 2 3/4 by 2 3/4, which means this is going to have to go down. This one, I think I want just a very slim edge. So this one will only go down by 1/8. So we're going to do 2 5/8 on this one. And 2 5/8 on this side. So what about that? Yes, that works. I like that a lot. Okay. We'll lay this down. And then this can go on here. Looks like I need to change my cutting board because it's leaving a little bit of a ridge there. I think we're going to hang out like that. So this way. Oh, adorable. I love it, love it. Okay, so here's the other thing. A long time ago, we had this Stampin' Up! Just a tiny hole punch, and I still like to bring this out for a tag. So I'm just going to see if I can get a hole right here in the corner. Ooh, gotta use some muscle for that one, but I got it. And then I just cut, I don't know, this is about, I think, 9 inches of baker's twine. Actually, not quite done designing this tag, but it's actually really cute just the way it is. But I do have a sentiment I want to put on there. So loop that through, and that's going to hang over here. So what I could probably do is just loop this around. And depending on how far you want it to hang, and just tie a knot. So I think maybe about like that. Tighten that knot. Trim off the excess. There we go. Okay, so I wasn't sure what I was going to do with this tag. So I had this, and then I also did it in bubble bath. This is Calypso Coral, and I used kindest expressions. So a bunch of these like nice bold sentiments. And I thought, oh, happy day worked well for this. So I can either do that. We've still got this piece. So if I wanted to, I could overlay that. But I'm kind of thinking that's a little too busy. I might just go simple, oh, happy day. I like that. So I just stamped it on a scrap piece and did a quick fussy cut. Probably could have done a little better, but it's not bad. And I'm going to try not to be too picky about it because you know what? Whoever gets this is going to be so amazed what a cute bag that I made my own self. But they're not really going to care if the fussy cat's a little wonky. I doubt they'd be that as picky as me. So that's what I'm telling myself. So since it's going to hang this way, even though our strawberries are off kilter, I think I want the sentiment to hang straight. So I'm going to go just like this. And then I thought, use a little blade. So wasn't sure what I wanted to use on this. Still not 100% sure. I kind of like this one. This is the iridescent rhinestones, and this is the pastel adhesive sequins. Let's try that. Got some cute pink sequins here. So I'll just use from this back. Tough call, but I think I like this one. I think we're gonna go with this. So I'm just gonna see if I can. Let me think one here. Something like lint or something. Maybe up here. I like going in threes, and I find that triangle patterns are very pleasing to the eye. I know a lot of people can do, I don't know how they do this, but they get like too close together, and I always think it looks wonderful, but when I do it, it always seems off. So I never quite mastered that. Still working on it. For me, triangles work best. I do not know what's, see a little hair or something. How's that? You know what? Let's do a couple more. How about here? I still like one there. And then maybe one over here. Is that too many? Oh, let's cut a lot. Ken, here I go being picky again. I'm so sorry. It's a personal problem. But now you guys see, like this is literally what I go through when I'm designing cards for card class. There's probably, I don't know, at least 2 or 3, sometimes 4 or 5 versions of a card before you ever see it. Because I am ridiculous about this stuff. This one's okay. We're going back to the original then. All right, we're just going with that. Again, whoever gets this, they're not going to care what the sequence is. It's a me thing. I'm working on it. I'm sure there's a 12-step program somewhere. But there you go. Look at that. Isn't that adorable? So summery and sweet. I don't even know who I'm going to give this to, but whoever it is. Oh, you know what? Yes, I do. I have a friend, a very close friend, with a birthday coming up in just a few weeks, and this will be her bag, and I hope she loves it. And I hope you liked watching it. And oh, remember that little extra piece I had? I can put that right in there, and that way I have a space to write that's not on a dark background. I don't know if anybody watches what is it, Queer Eye for the Straight Guy? So fun to watch. I love those guys. They crack me up. And Jonathan is probably my favorite. And something I always say that he says is adorbs. I think that's adorbs. He would say so too, I'm sure. Anyway, that is our project for today. I hope you like it. I apologize that this is gone. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking we're looking at like close to a half an hour. Hope it was worth it. Hope you guys make some stuff, and I'd love to see it if you do. So please um, let me know if you make some bags. All right, till next time. Thanks. Bye bye.